Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, friends. We are from group 13. We will explain about the one of the skills in English, that is writing. The first one, I will explain the definition of writing. And here there are four definitions of writing according to the expert. The first one is according to Dahlman. Dahlman explained writing is an activity communicated in the form of conveying message or information in written to another part by using written language as a tool or the medium. And the second, according to Noonan explained that writing is the mental work of inventing ideas, thinking about how to express them, and organizing them into statements and paragraphs that will be clear to a reader. And the third, according to Tarigan explained that writing is one of language skills which is used to communicate indirectly, or put pen and paper to express ideas through symbols. And the last one is according to Brown. According to Brown, writing is the written products of thinking, drafting, and receiving that requires specialist skills on how to generate ideas, organize the coherently, use discourse markers and rhetorical convention currently into a written. So those are the definition of the writing according to the expert. So from several definitions about writing according to the expert above, can be concluded that writing is an activity of pouring or transfer the ideas or opinion into writing form. In other hand, writing is the process of using symbols in form of letters of the alphabet, punctuation, and space to communicate to the ideas in a readable form. Okay, next I will give chance to my friend to explain another topic. Thank you.
Okay, now we move to the methods of teaching writing. The first method is literacies. In the past, people tended to view someone as literate if they could manipulate the status of discrete, failure-free technical skills, which include decoding and encoding meanings, manipulating writing tools, perceiving shape, sound, correspondences. The second is handwriting. It may seem strange to worry about handwriting when so much communication takes place electronically. We are more likely to see wandering poets typing into a tablet computer these days than writing with a pen in a leather-covered notebook. Yet around the world, many languages exams are still, despite what we have said, taken by candidates using pens and pencils. And we generally write notes, postcards, memos, journals, etc. In handwriting, it is unlikely that handwriting will become obsolete, at least not in the immediate future. The third is spelling. Although incorrect spelling does not often prevent the understanding of a written message, it can adversely affect the reader's opinion. All too often, bad spelling is perceived as a lack of education or care. This is not necessarily the case on media sites. SMS, text messages have spelling and words all of their own. One of the reasons that spelling is difficult for students of English is that the correspondence between the sound of the word and the way it is spelled is not always obvious. The fourth is layout and punctuation. Different writing communities, or both between and within cultures, obey different punctuation and layout convention in communication such as letters, emails, reports, and publicity materials. To be successful as writers in our own or another language, we need to be aware of that. Layouts and convention and use or modify them when appropriate to get our message across as clearly as we can. This is all part of successful genre writing. Last is the text construction. If students are going to write successfully, they need to know about how written text is put together. This involves understanding about coherence, which means understanding how to put a text together in a comprehensible way that is in an order that makes sense.
And then B, the approach in teaching writing. Number 1, process and product. In the teaching of writing, we can either focus on the product of that writing or on the writing process itself. The process to our students and encouraging them to plan, draft, redraft, replan. In longer bits of writing, the writing process is at last as important as the product, and even in exam writing tasks, the student's ability to plan and later read back through what they have written in order to make any necessary corrections is extremely important. Number 2, genre. There are some worries about adopting a genre approach to writing. Firstly, if students only see one model within a genre, we are in danger of encouraging them to be slavish imitators of someone else's writing style rather than creative language users in their own right. Secondly, by focusing on the product, they may lose sight of the process that are necessary for effective writing. Number 3, creative reading. The term creative writing suggests imaginative tasks such as writing poetry, stories, and plays. Such activities have a number of features to recommend them. Students frequently take great pride in what they have done, which is sometimes not so apparent in less creative writing activities. Number 4, writing as a collaborative activity. Although many people in their personal lives write on their own, whether at home or at work, in language learning, teachers and students can take advantage of interaction with others to make writing a cooperative activity with great benefit to all those involved. Collaborative writing works well whether focus in is on the writing process or alternatively on genre study. 5. Building the writing habit. The whole point to building the writing habit is just to get the students to write for the fun and practice of it rather than have them write as a skill. Building the writing habit falls halfway between writing for learning and writing for writing. The greatest incentive for students to write is when We give them interesting and enjoyable tasks to do. C. The current issues of teaching writing. Number 1. Students feel lack of interest in writing because they need to know many aspects in order to produce a good piece of work. Number 2. Many students lack of vocabulary, grammar, spelling, and sentence structure. Number 3. Students lack of idea to write something because they don't read a lot of books. Thank you.